All right, hopefully you can see me okay. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about why you shouldn't tell people your plans. Now, this is something that I've done a lot in the past because it feels good to talk about what I'm doing or what I'm aiming to do, my plans for the future, my vision for my life, or things I want to accomplish. It feels good. And in fact, there's this dopamine release that happens when you talk about things. You know, you feel like, wow, there's somebody listening to me. If I speak them into existence, they will come true. But the problem with that is that if you tell people around you what you're planning on doing, one, you trick your brain into thinking it's already done, but two, you box yourself in to that reality of, I am trying to do this. I am trying to do that. I want to do this. And that is a perceived lack that you're speaking into existence. For example, if I tell my friends or my roommates, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. I'm trying to do that. That then means that I'm lacking, that I'm not there yet. This is what I'm working towards. And if I fail along the way or I stumble, which happens on your journey, then that will be reinforced by those around you. They will then act as mirrors to reinforce the belief that I have not lost the 10 pounds. Or whatever the goal is. For me, oftentimes, I've talked about, I'm going to make this kind of content. I'm going to do this. And speaking my plans for my life, for what I want to accomplish to other people. And then when I don't do that, or when I change course and change direction and say, you know what, I've learned that this is better for me, and I do that, then they come back and they say, but you just said that. And then you may even lose trust from these people. And what I'm trying to get at is it keeps you trapped into a current reality when people around you are reinforcing the identity that you don't have. And this is something that my brother and I were talking about earlier, is instead of saying, I want to be an entrepreneur, you can just say, I am an entrepreneur who doesn't have any clients yet, right? Or is waiting for that, or is working towards getting my first client. But I am, that word, those two words, I am, are very powerful. And you hear this from a lot of woo-woo circles of affirmations and affirming that I am XYZ. It is very powerful because when you say I am, enter the blank there, whatever you're saying I am, you're then taking on the identity of that thing or that title or that way of being, whatever that person is. I am fit is me attaching myself to the identity of a fit person. And therefore, when I face with a decision, I can say, well, I am a fit person. What would a fit person do? Oh, go work out. That's what I do. So instead of saying, I'm trying to get better with women, I am good with women. I just haven't gone out in a while, or I haven't approached enough people to really get a sense of what my skill is or where I need work to be done. And when you talk to people about what you want to do, you will also meet haters along the way. Because especially if you're ambitious and you have lofty goals and ideals, there are a lot of people who are then reminded of what they are not doing. So this is a multifaceted topic. And this is something I've experienced myself, is I will talk about lofty, ambitious goals, a really vivid vision or dream that other people can't see. They can't compute, they can't comprehend. And the fact that I'm still dreaming, that I'm still hoping and aspiring to something, reminds them of where they stopped, of the dreams that they once had, the ambitions they once had. And so when you're talking about things constantly, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you'll also be mirrored back to other people's projections. Because a lot of times you then trigger something in someone else. And then they're quick to give you advice or say, well, you should do this, or that's not going to work, or do this instead. And that will then alter and warp your perception of what's possible if you let it. So what do you do instead? Well, there's a couple things you can do, but ultimately I would say is decide what you want to do, the person that you want to be, and keep it to yourself. And if there is someone who you can confide and trust in with the intention of saying, hey, I would like to share this with you, to whether it's getting feedback, just to acknowledge yourself, congratulate yourself, or just have a someone to ask for support. Be intentional when you talk about your ideas, your plans, your course of action, whether it's for feedback or otherwise. Be intentional and be very conscientious of who you are sharing that with. That way all the pieces can be aligned together and you can move forward in a path of success that works in the most conducive way for you to grow, advance, progress. So hopefully that's helpful. As someone who's always talked to people about my ideas, and I mean everybody. I would talk to my coworkers, my friends, my parents, my family, this, that, and the other thing, about all my plans, my ideas, and I lay it all on the table. And that just leads to a lot of challenges. And recently, sharing that I'm trying to do this with some of my new friends has then now created a bubble of reality that they are reflecting back to me. Oh, you didn't do this. Oh, you said you were going to do this. How's this going? And it's like, wow, I could have avoided all of this had I just kept my mouth shut. So sometimes it's best to just keep your mouth shut, put your head down, focus on your vision, focus on the lever-moving tasks or actions that will further affirm the I am, the person that you want to be, so that you can move forward without obstacles and with as few challenges as possible. It doesn't have to be hard. It is what it is. It is what you make of it. And changing and shifting your reality is something I'm learning more and more about. Adopting new beliefs, things of that nature. So if this has been helpful, please like this video, hit that subscribe button, and there's a lot more where this comes from. That was supposed to sound really cool. There's a lot more coming down the pipeline. Really excited to share, and I'll talk to you soon.